Brunch and Bar. By Audi. Visit your New England area Audi dealer today. WB Mason, get free next day business delivery from your local hometown team. Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Red Sox. And by buyatoyota.com for offers not seen on TV. Visit buyatoyota.com. Sox playing indoors back at the Trop here for the first time since 2024. We toss it down to Jemiah Webster down on the field, and Jemiah, Carlos Narvaez in the lineup tonight. Hasn't been real happy with his playing time as of late.
Yeah, it's certainly been a topic of discussion, Dave, and his last 7 starts for the Red Sox has been a start behind the plate in games that he appeared defensively, but the playing time has noticeably diminished, especially with the Red Sox carrying 3 catchers and riding the hot hand. I had a chance to talk with Narvi about his playing time and being back in there again tonight.
Good, bro. Like I said, we prepare every day. We got early tonight. We gotta step in. You know, the Rays haven't been playing good baseball lately, so we gotta step up. Like, first game of the series is always important. You know what I mean? So, like, coming in this field finally, you know, so that's a good feeling. We're like, this game is the most important in the series. Yeah, no, using the practice like my game time, you know what I mean? Like using, taking grounders, throwing to the bases, using the BP, the catch time, you know, to clean my thing and more than ready to help the team. You know, I know I haven't been at my best, but this is a team game, you know what I mean? So every time I get the opportunity, gotta do my job, you know, behind the play, and every at bat I get. So that's where my head at.
This is Narvi's first start for the Red Sox since last Thursday. He and Connolly Early teamed up for one of his best starts of the season versus Tampa, a 7-inning shutout. Looking for them to lean on that sweeper here in this time around. First pitch from the Trop with Obi and Lou from St. Pete in just a bit.
Red Sox Baseball on Nest is brought to you by Nissan. Hurry in and bring home a winning deal at the Nissan Summer Sales Event. And by Playing with Heart, learn more about the risks of bad cholesterol at playingwithheart.com. Dave, Lou, and Jemiah with you, ready for game number 1 at the Trop. Take a look at the Red Sox lineup tonight, which is brought to you by Plymouth Rock. Jaron Duran will lead things off, followed by Cedar Rafaela, batting .286. Wilyer Abreu in there with 7 home runs on the year. Caleb Durbin at third. Marcelo Meyer back at short, and Carlos Narvaez, as mentioned, gets the catch tonight here in the first game.
Take a look at the Rays starting pitchers presented by WB Mason. It's going to be 27-year-old Ian Seymour making his second start of the year. Going to be an opener here, but he's thrown the ball well against the Red Sox in the past. As for his arsenal, kind of leads with that changeup, the 4-seam fastball around 92, sweeper, sinker, slider, and a little cutter at times. Defensively for the Rays, it's going to be Junior Caminero at third base with Walls and Williamson up the middle. Jonathan Aranda will be at first. The outfield left to right is going to be Slater, Mullins, and Valade with Nick Fortes doing the catching.
Umpires for tonight presented by M&T Bank. That'll be Alan Porter behind home plate, Roberto Ortiz at first, Jim Wolf, the veteran, at second, and John Bacon makes the calls at third. We're available. Telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP brought to you by Toyota Certified Used Vehicles. Red Sox returning to this facility since the roof was shredded in October of 2024. That forced the Rays to play last season at Steinbrenner Field, the Yankees spring training facility. They have renovated the roof. It's Teflon coated now. They have new artificial turf here. They renovated the luxury suites, premium seating, expanded video boards, a few other things after all of that damage. And it feels and looks very similar to what it did before the storm.
A little bit brighter, if you ask me. I like it. One-liner as far as the roof goes. It's not doubled, so it just seems brighter in here.
Definitely is. First pitch to Duran is in there for strike 1, and we're underway. Jaron hitting with 10 home runs and a .212 batting average. The left-hander Seymour might be in there a little longer than your typical opener. depending on how things go, they may lean on him for 2, maybe 3 innings tonight.
Yeah, he can get you 30 pitches, see how long that thing goes. And of course, you get some lefties in the bottom of the order too. So keep gas from the right side. You got Meyer 8. Can he get to there? I guess it depends on how successful he is.
Kevin Cash, of course, the skipper of a team tied for first place in the AL East with the Yankees. And the 0-2 on the way to Duran. He won't chase that one downstairs. Seymour made his major league debut 1 year ago at Fenway Park. June 9th of last year. And he got the win in extra innings, 10-8. It was the same game that Roman Anthony made his major league debut. Swing and a miss and strike 3. He gets the first out on a K. Will send up Cedar Rafaela, 286 with 5 home runs. And Abreu will follow him. Cedar with a base hit in the first and the 6th innings on Sunday at Yankee Stadium.
A couple of nice hits off Schlittler. I mean, they worked Schlittler to kind of pitch count. He didn't go deep into that game, but not a lot of damage against him. This guy got him a couple of times, hit the ball hard. Really been doing it all year.
Seymour is a Connecticut native. He's out of Madison, Connecticut. Really grew up in Shrewsbury, Mass. That's where he went to high school, St. John's High. Then he went on to pitch at Virginia Tech. And for Yarmouth Dennis, the Red Sox on Cape Cod in 2019. And a 1-1. That's a strike.
Still got the bell, still got all the noises here at the old Trop.
Yes. Bounding ball at third, picked up by Caminero. And 2 down for the Red Sox to start it tonight. William Abreu will climb in next. Yeah, I guess when the storm started, they found all the cowbells. They rounded those up. They put those in a safe spot for when they returned, and they are loud as ever.
Yeah, it's just loud. Always been loud in here. The new turf, they said earlier in the year played a little bit slow. Obviously the new turf comes up now, it's kind of worn in a little bit, but LED lights, there's a brighter feel to it.
Willier 278 with 7 home runs. What are you hearing about pop-ups and fly balls with the new roof?
Yeah, apparently they're saying it's a lot better, but the last team that was in there kind of had some troubles with it too. So it's always, you look up, it's always a battle. It'll be interesting too, like right now it's kind of light out, so I guess this is more of a day look to it, right? But our last game here will be a day game. We'll see how that kind of looks.
2 down, bases empty. Kevin Kiermaier used to say when he was playing here, gray baseball, gray roof, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Wilson Contreras on deck. No score as we get it underway. Tampa Bay, a team scuffling to score runs. They've hit the skids a little bit when the Red Sox come to town. 1-2. Fouled back to the screen.
I would think it'd be a little bit easier in the pop flies, you know, because it is a little bit lighter of a roof. And when the ball goes up, it's kind of, you know, underneath the ball, part of the ball you're looking at is kind of dark because the lights are more on top of the baseball. So you see this dark baseball with a lighter roof, it should help.
Foul tipped into the mitt and held by Fortes. That's going to be strike 3. Red Sox go fast in the first.
5, rated PG.
Check out the Rays lineup. It's presented by Xfinity. Yandy Diaz, #1 in the American League in hitting. Junior Caminero, got to look out for him. 14 home runs after he hit 45 last year. He is the big guy in their lineup. Taking on the left-hander Connolly early. Connolly at 5-3. One of those wins coming against Tampa Bay at Fenway. Arguably his best outing this season. First one to Yandy on the way. Swinging a high, deep drive left field that is way back there. He jumped on that one, and it is gone. Been a big problem for Connolly early. That's the 12th home run he's allowed. Yandy Diaz can flat hit. That's number 12 for him. 1-0 Tampa Bay.
been hot too this month. Now he's 12 for 26 in the month of June. It's his 7th game. You mentioned it. Conley's given up multiple home runs in 3 of his last 4. That 4-seam fastball has been so good to him. And after going 7 scoreless up at Fenway back in early May, they put one up on 1 pitch.
'25 career leadoff home runs for him. Came in batting .325. Chasing another batting title.
I mean, you're going to come here first pitch, fastball, right? You're up and in quadrant like we talked about. That's where he's getting a lot of swing and miss. Maybe not high enough. Just ambushed him first pitch.
Austin Slater, left fielder here, 209 without a home run. Conley's talked about this when he's been asked about the home runs. He said, I'm still trying to figure it out. Because when he first started with the Red Sox a year ago, he didn't give up any.
Yeah, and you know, we saw this actually from Tolley. He gave up a leadoff homer to ball when it went 8 innings. So this you know, start is not over. He could still be a quality start, win this ball game, but you got to settle back in here a little bit. It is what it is. He showed some nice changeups here.
Conley, his first 8 career starts at the big league level, he did not allow a home run, including the postseason against the Yankees. But 12 of them to this point in the season. And Caminero on deck. And a 2-2. He struck him out. Good changeup. He fans Slater.
Check out his arsenal, brought to you by BuyAToyota.com. You can leave it that 4-seam fastball in that 94 range. That changeup needs to be a good one here. Didn't have it in that last outing against Baltimore. Good sinker, curveball, slider, sweeper to lefties as well.
Caminero 277, 14 home runs. Again, last year drove in 110. Back goes flying. Right up against the Raymond James logo there down the left field line. That was a gold medal toss, man.
It sure was. Talk about throwing the head. Do the whole bat. 3 straight hitters swung at the first pitch. Coming out swinging on him. First pitch, they're 8 for 25, 320, a double, and now 3 home runs.
So we'll see where that takes the youngster's thought process after this. Caminero only 1 home run in his last 16 games with 3 RBIs over that span, so he's been chilly. They have lost 10 out of 13 coming in. As mentioned, dropping into a first place tie with the Yankees. Just lost a series to Miami on Sunday. And scoring runs has been the #1 problem for them. 3 runs or less in 8 of the 13 games. And a 2-1 pitch to Caminero. Chopped toward the hole. Nice scoop there by Durbin. It's a nifty play to get him. He throws out Caminero and 2 down.
They've been tough here at home as well. You know, really the month of May. I mean, overall, 21-9. It's the best in baseball. But they were 13-2 in the month of May. They kicked off June losing all 3 to Detroit. You mentioned a 3-10 record lately.
Randy Villet, the right fielder, checking in at 286. He's hit 3 home runs. 1-0 Tampa Bay on a leadoff homer by Yandy Diaz. Tampa Bay does not hit a lot of home runs. That was only their 53rd. Red Sox are last in the majors with 48. So other than Caminero and Diaz, 1 ball 1 strike on Villet.
Yeah, and you know, the first inning is always trouble, right? 19 runs you've scored in the first inning. I mean, these guys are at least middle of the pack. But again, down 1-0 in the first. And they're usually quick here, especially on the road.
Yes, 1-1, cut and a miss. And they've excelled here at home. They're 21-9 here. That's the best record in baseball at home. Chicago White Sox are 20-11 at home. They lost 102 games last year.
Check out the Red Sox defense. It's brought to you by Car Shield. Caleb Durbin back at third with Meyer and IKF up the middle. Contreras at first. The outfield left to right. Duran, Rafaela Abreu with Carlos Narvaez doing the catching.
And 2 down, and Connolly early looking for his second punch out here in the first inning. Rounded up the middle, and that'll squeak through for a base hit. So the lead is on with 2 down.
We see a ground ball here up the middle. It's another look like 87. Maybe a changeup up the middle. See Marcelo. You know, we were talking about this the other day with Marcelo. He's been out there for 2 or 3 weeks, but we haven't really seen him tested. You know, in the hole, up the middle. It's been a couple routine plays, a couple double plays, but he hasn't really got a lot of action at shortstop.
Really hasn't had what you'd call a dazzling play, except for the foul ball catch in Cleveland, where he made this tremendous long sprint and then sliding play in foul territory. But you're right. Other than that,
well, you got to get opportunity. It just literally hasn't been many ground balls to short since he's taken over.
Well, Aranda's another guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's hit 11, batting .270. He's been a big RBI guy for them. 44. He'll take a ball outside.
Well, it's an interesting lineup, right? Because obviously Yandy, Caminero, and Aranda, there's some thump there. You got a pitch around. Then once you get past this guy, it's a completely different mindset. Then it turns into bunt for hits, steals, hit and runs. Like their bottom 4 guys do some different things.
1-1, and zipped in for a strike. Aranda this month, one of their many cold hitters. He's 2 for 22.
Doesn't have an extra base hit. It's only 6 games this month, but
yeah, hit a big May. Hit 374 in May. Ben Williamson on deck. Delayed the base runner at first. And 2 down. Is the 1-2 runner goes, and it's going to be dropped by Narvaez, and a stolen base for the lead. He's into scoring position. Carlos going to make the exchange, and he lost it.
This is what they do. You know, get on base, although they haven't been doing it much lately, but still, especially up 1-0. The Rays will continue to press. They only had 2 stolen bases this month. That's now their 3rd. It's a team that kind of gets after it in the base paths.
2-2. Fouled off by Aranda. Tampa Bay last in the American League in fielding. As Lou pointed out, they're good offensively until lately. They are the top hitting team in the American League. They're 3rd in stolen bases, so they like to get after it when they do get people on. 2-2, wave and a miss. He put him away with a sweeper, struck him out. So damage done by Diaz, but just the 1 run. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Welcome to Surfside's second inning. Red Sox trail 1-0 here at Tampa Bay. Wilson Contreras in the box, swinging a high deep drive down the left field line, but he is going to push this one off into the corner, foul. Wilson trying to tie this one up quickly. Would have been his 14th home run, hitting .298.
Been absolutely on a tear, riding what is right now an 18-game on base streak, hitting .417 during it.
Fly the other way deep, racing back the lane. He is there at the wall to make the catch. Yeah, he's locked in. His outs are noisy. 1 away in the second.
Yeah, he's been so good for you. I mean, during that time, you go back to May 16th, he's leading Major League Baseball in slugging, OPS, second in average. I mean, it has been an absolute tear, and he was pretty good before that.
Yes.
He's just been picking it up here the last 3 weeks.
Driving in runs too, 16 RBIs in those 19. Here's Mickey Gasper, DH tonight at 3:03, and he'll pop this one up in foul ground. Aranda with a play, and 2 down.
turn this into a five inning outing. 3 pitches into this. It's been really quick. 16 pitches so far.
The Red Sox lost 2 out of 3 to Tampa Bay at Fenway in early May. They scored only 7 runs in that series. Obviously, that's been a season-long problem at Fenway, but really magnified against Tampa Bay. Here's Durbin at 192 with a homer.
As a pitcher too, you almost get a free strike, right? Then again, he's an opener, but still 3 pitches, 2 outs. If you're Durbin, you'd like to see a couple here, but he's an opener. He's not in it long, so why not just get a good pitch to hit and drive it?
Peyton Tolley tomorrow night at 6:40 against the right-hander Nick Martinez, the journeyman who's kind of reinvented himself here. In for a strike, 2-1. Connor Falefa getting the start tonight at second. He's on deck. And Ian Seymour deals, and that'll miss. Seymour pitching pretty well out of their bullpen. Last season 19 appearances. He went 4-3, 3.63 ERA. Tonight the opener. And he's going to miss ball 4 there. They'll put on Durbin. Red Sox have their first base runner.
Yeah, scoreless first too for an opener. That's what it's supposed to look like. Maybe we could kind of talk to them. Maybe they'll tell us what the secrets are if we ever try to do that again, because the 20 ERA for the Sox in openers, not quite that.
Sox need an opener whisperer. Here comes Connor Falefa. 267 with a home run for Isaiah. He'll take ball 1. We check out tonight's home run odds presented by FanDuel. And a challenge here by the catcher Fortes. And it is a strike.
Ball's overturned. Tampa has 2 remaining.
Fortes has been pretty good at it. He's now overturned 31 of 55 challenges. That's a lot of challenges he's got overturned. That's a good percentage.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's an area the Red Sox have been better at in the last several weeks. They have making a very strong effort of practicing those ABS challenges, and it's paying off. It's going to be down and in.
Yeah, you see him at the field, especially at Fenway at home, when you're able to do it. Guys stepping in. They actually have the ABS on the big screen and kind of just been working on it, and it showed. It's been better.
You could track the team challenges remaining on the left side of our bug. So there's the data.
Just not enough, right? Volume. I mean, most teams are in that 160 range, and you have to crack 100.
Line shot toward the gap, but moving over Slater to make the play. Connor Falefa really laid into that, but for an out, 1 left.
Back here at the truck. Pitching on 5 days rest with the Saturday rain out in New York. He told me he was excited to get back out there because of his last outing, taking that loss against Baltimore. And as you guys have discussed, he's been a little snake bitten by that home run. He gave up a home run on pitch 1 tonight, 12 this year, 6 home runs in his last 4 starts. Says he dove into a lot of past outings and how those at-bats have gone. He believes the solution, getting back to his strengths. He said attacking early in counts is a huge thing. Keeping hitters guessing as much as possible. He said that'll benefit him and keeping them off balance, but he feels solid about his pitch mix, and he feels solid about the shape of those pitches.
Tough way to start tonight. First pitch, Yandy Diaz hit it out, a no-doubter. Williamson with a swing and a miss, strike 3. He goes down. Says 3 strikeouts now for Connolly.
Yeah, you've seen a little bit more of this lately too. It's a little more swing and miss in his game. You know, we're talking about Sonny Gray kind of getting back to it. Last year, I mean, it was off the charts. Swing and miss rate, strikeout rates. This year, not so much, but lately it's been upticking. I'm curious what he's talking about his shapes, because that the changeup shape in his last outing was off, and it got hit, really hard against the Orioles.
Taylor Walls, fine defender. The shortstop, 207 without a home run.
talked to him after that outing, and it seemed that, he gets good little fade down and away to righties, and for some reason to grip, like it was cutting into righties, and you never want that. You want that fade, swing and miss. When a changeup cuts, guys like Pete Alonso hit it a long way, and he got him.
Give up 2 home runs against the Orioles in that one. Is 1-1 fouled off. He was set to pitch in New York on Saturday night, remember, before the rainout. Red Sox pushed him back to game 1 here, so he's pitching on 5 days rest.
Which is good for young guys, but he's been here all year long. He's already pitched on 4 days rest. And in those games, he's 3-0 with a 2.84, so he's okay. It's really more about the guys that's kind of starting the minor leagues that get into a 5, sometimes 6-day rest, like Tolley. So it's big for him. Guys like Jake Bennett, who we expect to see maybe in game 3. But he's done a nice job on 4 days. What we used to call regular rest.
Yes. Back in the old days. 1 down, base is empty, and a 2-2 coming. Cortez on deck. Conley striking out Slater, Aranda, and Williamson so far. Looking to get Walls here on a 3-2 pitch. And he does. 2 down. He's fanned 3 straight.
Well, I mean, you take away that first pitch ambush on a 4-seamer that was in off that Yandy took him out. There is just a ton of swing and miss. This stuff is pretty electric right now. Whether it's that sinker down and away, change up. Slider that he threw Aranda.
He struck out 8 when he faced him at Fenway. Now Fortes, 240 with 1 home run, makes him dance a bit. Able to get free of that pitch into the dirt.
He already has 10 swing and misses. 2 outs in the second. I want to take a look, see if that ball hit him or not.
Yeah, look, they will.
The call on the field is the batter was not hit by the pitch. Tampa Bay is challenging.
See if we can pick up on it on Fortes.
He'll break a ball down and in. I might have got the shin on the bounce up. Sometimes gets that pant leg. I mean, but you're challenging here in the second inning. Usually got a pretty good feeling you're going to win it if you're Kevin Cash.
Fortes did not have the reaction you would expect, but I think he got him on the pant leg. Just grazed him. We'll see if they see it that way. So they're taking a long look in New York to determine if Nick Fortes has been hit by a pitch or not.
Pant leg move? Yes, it does. That's a good look at it there. That's that pant leg move as the ball goes across.
Yeah, they're showing that on the big board here.
Sorry, the big board, yeah. Looks like it did get that pant leg.
We'll see. Here it comes.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The batter was hit by the pitch. Tampa Bay will retain their challenge.
Here in the big screen here at the Trop, they did show like a slow-mo as the ball was moving past that pant leg, and the leg just sort of, the pants move right there.
I don't even think he felt it.
No, you don't feel it. It's your pant leg.
But he'll take his base with 2 down. Now the veteran Cedric Mullins scuffling at 182, although he's still quick on the bases. He has 10 steals. Runner at first, 2 away. 1-0 Tampa Bay on the Yandy Diaz home run. He's going to drop down a bunt. Early gets to it. He'll fire on, and took him off the bag, and everybody's safe. That pulled Wilson off of first base, and Mullins will have a base hit.
As we talk about, the top of this order, and especially when you got a guy like Yandy Diaz hitting behind you with 2 outs, you're just trying to get it to him, right? They'll do some different things. And you see that's a really nice bunt. But the good thing is he doesn't show it. Almost on release. Cedric Mullins almost looks like he's leg kicking, like he's loading up to hit, and then the last minute drops down this bunt. This is a really nice job by Cedric to get this bunt down. Yeah, it's off the bag.
So Narvaez out for a conversation with a couple of base runners with 2 down, and now he has to face Yandy again. Diaz eyeing another batting title. Won his first 3 years ago, and he hit .330. #1 hitter in the American League. Working on a win presented by the Home Depot, and against the Red Sox, he's always been tough.
It's just every year. It's like he's the same age. He never gets older. Just hits.
He's reached base in 22 consecutive games, and that's bounced up there for ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, just sit here in this second inning, a couple of strikeouts, talking about the swing and miss stuff, and you hit a guy in his pant leg with 2 outs, 9 hole hitters putting bunts down, and they do a nice job of getting it to the dangerous hitters.
Diaz launching his 12th home run of the season in the first inning, and the very first pitch he got.
I'll tell you what, I know to me there's a base open. You got Austin Slater on deck. Third base is open. They gotta be really careful here. (2-0) again. You look at this lineup, and you know Austin Slater, they just picked him up. Right, he's been DFA'd by a couple of teams. He's hitting right behind Yandy.
Yeah, he's hitting .209. 2-0. He holds up, and that's ball 3.
Yeah. Do it again. This is going to be an 0-2 pitch, right? Something out of the zone. See if you get him to chase. If you walk him, hang with him.
He does walk him. The bases will be loaded, and the 3-0. And that's going to be ball 4.
Don't even challenge. Let him go.
So the bases are all filled up. Cortez down to third, Mullins to second, and Diaz takes his base at first.
But now you got to get locked in, right? Now you got to get strike 1.
He struck out Slater in first inning. No place to put him here. 1-0 Tampa Bay. And the lefty's first one. Fly ball into center field. Cedon will take care of that. That is out number 3. And they will leave them loaded in the second. Back at Tropicana Field, top of the third inning. Red Sox trail 1-0. Marcelo Meyer will lead off. It'll be 8-9-1 against the lefty Seymour. So their opener works into his third inning.
Yeah, I mean, he's done 30 pitches or so before. His season high if he can get an out here for him.
And the Red Sox need to start seeing Marcelo Meyer hitting the ball hard. He's had a very tough time with major league pitching. 57 games, only 8 extra base hits.
He's going to get lefty in this first at bat.
In for a strike.
That was part of it. You probably figured, okay, maybe get this pitch count up, get him out of there after an inning or so, or inning or 2. Maybe Marcelo in 8th get a righty, but
2-1 swing and a high fly ball. He torches this one to right field. Back, and that ball's gone. It's out of here. Marcelo Meyer with his 3rd home run of the season. Just talking about he needs to hit the ball harder, and on cue he destroys that one.
Well, I tell you, that just looked different. And you know, and one of the things with Marcelo lately has been in and out of his swing, like kind of pulling off the baseball. Kind of see it with Abreu versus righties, and against lefties he stays in there. Well, he does off this lefty. He stays in there, and he hits that hanging breaking ball. He hits it a long way, driving the ball, which is something we haven't really seen from him now in a long time.
Yeah, Red Sox home run presented by your New England area Audi dealers. And the Red Sox on the board. They have traded home runs early. Marcelo with his 3rd of the season.
You know, again, not many at bats against lefties, but kind of does what he needs to do, right? Keeps that front shoulder in there, stays in there a little bit longer because it's a lefty. And because of that, stays on that pitch. Hits this breaking ball. Little hanger, inner half. Marcelo now 5 for 14 against lefties. Not much action, but when he does, he's had some good at-bats against them.
That's what you need to see out of him. A beautiful swing.
Well, think about it. I mean, if it was Wilyer Abreu wasn't facing lefties, he'd be hitting 222.
Right.
That's what he's hitting against righties, but he's hitting 405 against lefties. Like, these two guys need to figure out righties, but they're swinging it.
Narvaez with a pop-up. Catcher looking for a play for Tez. And one down in the Red Sox third. That is the best swing we have seen from Marcelo in some time.
Coming into this, he had one extra base hit in 35 games, and it was a home run in Atlanta. A little hanging cutter up and in, but
well, you hope that's a confidence booster for him. Duran now 0 for 1 with a K. Tie ball game, 1-1 in the third. Set on Rafaela on deck. Fouled straight back in the cut, 0-2.
103 off the bat, 401 feet from Marcelo Meyer, number 3 on the year.
A very high, sort of majestic blast.
It was.
Inside the trap.
That's a pretty swing we've been looking for, right? It's been an awful lot off the end of the bat, facing a lot of righty changeups, breaking balls.
Oh, 2 pitch to Jaron, and he won't swing on that pitch outside. He's coming into this one 0 for his last 7. Red Sox getting to Seymour for the first time. That dips downstairs a ball, 2-2. Ten home runs for Duran. Good cut there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Red Sox, after the 3-game series here, will be headed home to Fenway and taking on the Texas Rangers over the weekend. First look at the Rangers this year, and then Toronto also in on that homestand. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And 2 down.
Tomorrow night, catch Red Sox Unobstructed Views. Join host Jared Carrabis, Jonathan Papelbon, and Lana Rizzo as they break down the game. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 on NESN Plus and streaming on NESN 360. It's presented by Blue Moon.
Nobody aboard for Cedar Rafaela, who has grounded out to third in his only plate appearance tonight. Back to April 25th, and that's 35 games ago. He's hitting .311. Actually 5th in the American League in batting average in that span of games.
Yeah, it's going on now for a while, right? 135 at bats.
Good numbers against Tampa Bay in his career. .314 batting average. We are tied up 1-1. And in there for a strike, and he's going to challenge it.
I don't know about
Batter
this.
is challenging the strike call.
That's a pretty good strike. Yeah.
Call's confirmed. Boston has 1 remaining.
Cedar leads the team in challenges, and that's not exactly maybe the guy you want leading the team.
Yes, I'd say that definitively. The 1-2. Kind of lunged at that little fly ball to the late and right. Side retired, but Marcelo Meyer jumps on one, and we're tied 1-1. Well, solo drive by Marcelo Meyer has tied the game as we go to the last half of the third inning here at the Trop. And Junior Caminero in against Connolly early.
I'm still going back to that home run by Marcelo. He's now 5 for 14. 2 home runs against lefties. He's only got 3 in the year. Just looks different. Stays in there more.
It really does.
And almost to the point like that type of swing, because you haven't seen it. Like we said, he's got 1 extra base hit in 35 games. It is eye-opening to the point where you're like, maybe this is like a Brave. Maybe we do give him more at-bats against lefties. He stays in there a little bit more until he shows us he can't do it. Hasn't really had a lot of opportunity.
No, he hasn't. Tonight looked great on this one. Count goes to 3-0 on Caminero.
I knew a lot of lefties that sort of like, they didn't play against lefties because they felt like they needed that balance. Kind of wanted to face some lefties, mixing in with righties. Just for the reasons we're talking about. By facing a lefty, you can keep that front shoulder closed, you shorten up, stay in the middle of the field, and you kind of need those at-bats to feel better right-handed against righties.
Against lefties, his swings are gorgeous. That's a strike.
Got 2 home runs, 3 in the year against lefties. Now 6 RBIs.
Caminero 14 home runs. And the 3-2 from Connolly. And he will put him on. Ball 4. It rolls away from Narvaez, but not far enough for him to think about second. So second time around, being very careful with Diaz and Caminero.
Yeah, this is one of those outings that, if he comes out with 4 walks or so and near to Diaz and Caminero, I'm not going to be upset. You just keep throwing the ball well the way he has been to the other part of this lineup. Especially with 2 outs and Diaz up. I'm not letting him swing the bat with Slater behind him.
Here's Valade at a base hit, stole the bases first time up. Leadoff man is on. Caminero at first. He looks at ball 1. Connolly early is number 1 on the staff in double play balls with 8. On a ground ball right at somebody here. Red Sox here at the Trop. First time in a while. I gotta tell you, we kind of enjoyed our stay at Steinbrenner Field when we went down there last year. Had about 10,000 fans crammed in there. It was a good field.
Now he's got to find it here, right? Can't walk Caminero and then come on, go 3-0 and Valade turn him into a better hitter than he is. But I'm with you. I think the only thing you would have worried about was like the outdoors and the weather, right? It's 94 here today. It's kind of hot, so it's not bad to be indoors. But I felt like last year when we came down, it was beautiful out.
3-0 pitch here to Valade, and he walks him. So he puts himself in a little bit of trouble here right away. First and second for Aranda, who is their number 1 RBI guy.
This is, Caminero walk, it doesn't kill you. The Diaz walk was smart. This one here was a problem. Now you got to find it against a very good hitter. You just got to run back. Tied this game up 1-1. You came out, can't find the zone.
Legumina, the right-hander, loosening up in their bullpen. A couple of base runners here, Caminero and Valade. And now Aranda, who is slumping at the moment. 2 for his last 23. Early will put that to a test right here. Nobody out. Foul tipped into the mitt for strike 1. And the young left-hander with the 0-1 pitch. Another foul ball. He has him in a hole 0-2.
It's a challenge, a good sinker for pitch 1. Kind of get in on him a little bit and then just 94 spotted out.
Ben Williamson on deck. He struck him out the last time.
It's a good answer here. Right after walking the first 2, just get ahead. Now see if you can expand and get him, striking him out for the second time.
Connolly says yes. Caminero and Blade get their leads, and the 0-2. Left that a little up.
Good pitch, change the eye level. Something out of the zone. Maybe you get him to chase it, but got him with that sweeper on the out off the plate last time up.
Working with Narvaez tonight. 1-2 home. And a breaking ball way outside. 2-2. .51 pitches for him. Looking for that big first out, and time will be granted here to the hitter Aranda. Aranda just 1 RBI in his last 6 games. Question is, are the Red Sox seeing these guys at the right time, with a lot of guys slumping in their lineup? 2-2 from Connolly early. Caminero took ball 4 to reach. Valade right behind him took ball 4. Connolly with 3 walks, and he's hit a batter in the early going. He comes set again. They lead off first and second. Ground ball, little chopper, kind of Falefa. Tamar got 1 on to first base in time for the double play. Runner down to third, but 2 gone.
Oh, you needed that. That was a big one. Oh, a couple of walks to start this thing and get him to roll over. A little sinker that was down to get this ground ball. IKF does a nice job. A good strong throw by Marcelo to get Aranda. So you really needed here this inning to get out of this jam.
Staff high 9th double play ball for Connolly early. Caminero the runner at third. Williamson is 0 for 1. He fanned his first trip.
Good job was getting ahead. 0-2 on a good hitter, right? Then you kind of expand. You got him chasing, got him on the defensive a little bit. Keep pounding that zone, get ahead, count leverage. So important in this game.
1-1 game in the third. And he'll take a ball. The inning began with back-to-back walks. There's 1 ground ball from getting out of this thing. Misses again, though.
Oh, Jesus.
And another challenge.
Boston is challenging the ball call.
We only got 1 left. This ball up.
It's a strike.
Calls overturned. Boston has 1 remaining.
I'm with you. It's so early in the game.
But that's a good one. I can worry about it all I want because you only got 1, but that's a good one there by Narvaez getting back into this.
Good one when it goes the Red Sox way.
Sure is.
The 2-1 pitch with 2 down. And that's a strike. 2-2.
And Narvi now back to 500 at least. 26 challenges, 13-1 at 15%. Remember, he got into a bad stretch where maybe he was only missing by 1/10 of an inch, it seemed like, on many times.
Ground ball at third. Durbin will handle that chance, and from the turf he fires out to get it. Great work there by Connolly early. A couple of walks, but then a double play, a ground ball, he gets out of it.
Back here at the Trop at the top of the 4th inning, still tied at 1. Nate Eaton today, guys. We're called from AAA Worcester today for Joe LaSorsa, who was optioned to the Woo Sox. Chad Tracy said he was the choice because of the pending move and activation of Garrett Whitlock tomorrow and Wednesday's starter. He says Eaton gives them the extra bat off the bench. He can assist as a right-handed bat in that aspect, and the speed and defense is good as well, so it allows him the option to not have to use 4 pinch hitters during a game, because Eaton, at least for the next couple of days, he says, can provide that.
A really fine athlete, can play the infield and the outfield. Nate can do some things. He tweaked a hamstring recently, but seems to be over that.
We'll see how long he's up here. Honestly, hopefully he's up here for a while.
Well, Abreu will take one up high, struck out in first inning.
You're talking about this guy right here leading the team in games played. You know, and lately, you know, the power, the slug hasn't been there, and There's been some injury history with him. I like to see him get some days off. He can throw Nate out there in right field.
Sure. Big cut and a miss. Strike 3. Advance for the second time tonight. One away in the Red Sox 4th.
We'll see what happens. You'd expect Bennett to be up here tomorrow, right? They're down an arm, so there'll be some kind of move. But Nate Eaton off the bench. You've been using Colton Wong as your pinch runner. Nate Eaton's a guy that can get a bag for you. Really good defender, plus arm, can run and hit lefties.
Peyton Toley pitching tomorrow night, and across for a strike on Contreras. 0 for 1 with a fly to deep right. And trying to reach base for the 19th consecutive game. We're tied up 1-1. Seymour, the opener. Foul ball, and Contreras taking a seat. 0-2.
You know, sometimes you see stretches with Wilson, kind of the timing is off. He's in between, late on fastballs, out in front of changeup. Not late on much right now. Like that swing right there was on point. Even first at bat, Paulie hit to right, just got underneath it.
He said one longer streak is he's gone 27 straight reaching base. That was in his days with the Cardinals. One longer than this one. Swinging a high pop up behind third base. Caminero and Walls, and Caminero will take it. 2 down. And that'll bring up the switch hitter Gasper, who's 0 for 1 with a pop to first.
Well, this is probably the biggest one here. You put Mick in this lineup against, you know, this lefty Seymour. I don't think you ever thought he'd get 2 at bats against a lefty.
Right.
You kind of want him left-handed. Figured that second at bat would definitely be against a righty, and it's just not. Seymour giving him length.
Well, the only hit he's allowed, the home run by Marcelo Meyer. Mickey's batting average has dipped below 300 now, 299, as he looks at a strike. Caleb Durbin hoping to bat in the inning. He's on deck.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
That's pretty good.
Cortez with the challenge. As you said, this is his game.
Ball's overturned. It is a strike.
He's one of the best in baseball at this.
Yeah, he is. He came in 28 successful challenges. That was tied for 4th most in the American League. He's 2 for 2 here today, so he's up to 30.
1-2 to Gasper, and it's going to be in there for strike 3. Red Sox go in order in the 4th inning. We're tied up 1-1. Game 1 in the Trop, and a 1-1 game as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Taylor Walls will lead it off against Connolly early. Walls 0 for 1. He whiffed his first trip. Batting stats fueled by the friendly toast. Walls a superb defensive shortstop. Fouls that one back.
Pretty much this is who he is, all right, like a 200 hitter, but the Rays, and you got kind of infield. Just catch that baseball. Got Caminero over here, Rondo over here. Catch the baseball, do your job, and we're good with it. But he's also a guy in this bottom third that will, you know, drop a bunt down. He can steal a bag when he gets on base. He's got 7 bags, so he's part of this bottom third, whatever it takes of the order.
And their 9-hitter Mullins has already bunted for a hit. 2-2. Apparently, Jazz Chisholm, who had struck out 3 times on Sunday against the Red Sox, borrowed an Aaron Judge bat to hit his 3-run homer yesterday. Routine fly ball to right for Abreu, and William will put that one away. Usually swings a 34-ounce, 31-inch bat. What would your guess be on the Judge bat? How big?
Well, 36, 33, 4.
Close, 35, 33.
Yeah.
He's trying to slow down his swing. That worked.
It's a big bat.
It's a big bat. after striking out 3 times.
34-32 is the biggest thing I would go to. The C243, big head. Sometimes when you just want to throw the head, it's usually about 33 and a half, 31 and a half, 32 ounce bat.
Cortez hit by a pitch, although initially did not race to first base. They had to review it, and he was awarded the bag in the 2nd inning.
And this is the part of the order we want to get ahead, try to get some quick outs.
2-1. And Cedric Mullins on deck. Red Sox so far 1 hit, but it's a home run from Marcelo Meyer. Tampa Bay with 3 and a leadoff home run from Yandy Diaz. And Cortez the catcher. 2 for his last 20. Takes a ball. They have a number of guys swinging the bat just like that. A lot of 2 for 20, 2 for 22s up and down their lineup.
Again, 3-2 count, right? Fell behind balls too. It's just get ahead of this bottom third.
A pitch, fouls it back. And speaking of guys who are scuffling, Alex Bregman 0 for 5 on Sunday. Made the last out in their game against San Francisco. He said afterwards, I have been terrible offensively. It's awful. I haven't executed all year. I've been god awful with runners in scoring position. 3-2 fouled away.
Boy, he hasn't had a strong year offensively. There's no question about it, but it happens a lot of guys. Look at Bichette, the Mets, cross leagues, and I know we got interleague play, but a 3-game series against Washington or Pittsburgh, you don't really get to see a lot of these guys. So you've seen some guys for the first time playing there every day. There is an adjustment. You've seen a lot in the history of the game, changing leagues.
Struck him out on the 3-2 pitch for Seamer at 94 to put away Cortez. 2 down.
Go back to
this one by Mullins.
Yeah, check out the leg kick. See that little leg kick he had, and he moved his hands. That is a great job bunting for a hit. A lot of guys will show right away, but the leg kick makes it freezes a third baseman. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for him to move his hands. When you see the leg kick, you know you don't charge right away. Kenny Lofton used to be fantastic at that. Play third against him, you'd be in, and he would have a full leg kick. When that foot hit the ground, he would drop a bunt down on you.
And he could fly. Kenny could steal bases like crazy.
Yeah, because you get in your, Durbin's weighing. He's about 3 steps in, but you get in your stance, and the minute you see the leg kick in the hands, you sort of settle in for a ground ball. And then all of a sudden, now the bunt comes. Now all of a sudden, you catch yourself. And that was 1 or 2 steps of coming and getting the ball. It's the difference between being safe and out at first.
And Durbin playing in here with a 2-0 pitch to Mullins. Thought about it, laid off, and that's going to be ball 3.
There's a lot of pitchers here in this bottom third.
Yeah.
You got that guy Yandy on deck too. We're like to get him hitting with nobody on.
This will be pitch number 75 for Connolly. And a strike. He's walked 3. He's hit a batter. He's hit deep counts. Into the 4th inning with 2 down. And another full count. 3-2 on Cedric Mullins.
18 pitches. So to get the 7th and 8th hitter out, and that's now this 9th hitter, 3-2 pitches, 18 pitches. That's how you get pitch counts up there with Conley. That's been the one thing with him, kind of getting deep into games. He always keeps you in the ball games. Just a question how much he can give you.
And so far tonight, 4 full counts. Diaz lurking on deck. And a 3-2. And popped up sky high. Back final play number eyes didn't see it. That's going to keep on sailing out of play anyway. They had no idea where that was. 3-2. You want Yandy Diaz leading off next inning for Connolly early. Keep him right there in the on-deck circle. He's already homered tonight. And the southpaw with a payoff pitch. And he is going to walk him, and he has to face Diaz again. So he's now walked 4 tonight. And ties his career high.
Red Sox baseball summer camps, the experience of the summer. Sessions run from June through August. The week-long camp includes baseball introduction and a trip to Fenway Park. You can learn more at redsox.com/camps.
Diaz with a home run. That was on the very first pitch of the game. Since then, he's taken ball 4. And is one of the hottest hitters in baseball. Most of the rest of the lineup pretty chilly. Look out for Mullins, though. 10 stolen bases. 2 down.
That's a spot, too, with 2 outs. If you're Cedric Mullins and you take this bag, right, and you guess right in the lefty, it's 2 outs, base open. It saved me pitches. I'll put him on and go get Slater again.
Early with a 1-0 pitch. Swing popped up this time. Kind of Falefa moseying on over. He's there in shallow right. Makes a little adjustment and puts that away. So Connolly early pitches around his 4th walk. It's still a 1-1 game. 5th inning presented by Salem 5. Red Sox 1 and Tampa Bay 1. Durbin will start it. Hard ground ball, but right to third. Gobbled up by Caminero. 1 pitch and 1 away in the 5th. Legumina, the right-hander, taking over for Seymour, gave them a lot more than maybe they bargained for 4 strong innings.
Yeah, I think they believed that Mason Englert was going to come in here and do the bulk. He had gone 5 his last outing, but you're in the 5th, and Kevin Cash might be thinking we don't need that.
Kind of Falefa looks at the ball. Isaiah 0 for 1, lined out hard to left.
4-seamer sinking at 93, 94, little sweeper slider, changeup.
Fouled at home plate. 1-1. Good one brewing for tomorrow night. Well, it always is going to be fun when it's Peyton Tolley on the mound. He's 3-2 with a 2.28 ERA against the veteran right-hander Nick Martinez, who's 5-2 with a 2.29.
Martinez with that changeup. I mean, it's just Bugs Bunny changeup. It's been so good. Well, we got touched up a little bit his last outing.
1-2 pitch, well outside.
One team in baseball throws more changeups than the Rays. Not this kid, Lagomina. It's sinker sweepers we see, but boy, everybody else, they love that combio.
That'll be in there for strike 3. Caught him looking. 95 miles an hour to freeze Kiner Falefa. 2 up and 2 down.
A ton of that sweeper. You know, out of the hand. You see that sweeper? It's big, moving down and away. Throwed him a couple. And this one here just sort of straightens out. Right down the middle of the plate, down a little bit, but throws him.
Urshela with a blast in the 3rd inning. 3rd home run of the year. When you hit it as high as he did, you're always mindful of the catwalks here inside the trop. We have seen many times baseball strike those.
You got the catwalk rules in front of you?
I do.
Good.
Yep. I got those handy. Done enough games in here. Broken back ground ball right to third. Caminero with another play. Really threw that one away with a strong arm. But the Red Sox go 1-2-3 again.
Let's take a look at how Conley's been doing. He's presented by New England Area Audi Dealers. His arsenal here through 4. Getting a ton of swing and miss. That power fastball has been a good one for him. The sinker getting a ton of movement and swing and miss on it. And a good changeup here, sweeper today. Already 12 swing and misses, and that's where he's been his last 3 or 4 starts. A lot more swing and miss lately compared to the first 8 or so.
First man Slater will lift that one foul down the right field line. Not far from where Cam Boozer is warming up. Bullpens, you remember, on the field here at the Trop.
So we're going to see the lefty. Signed as a free agent. Spent most of his year down in Durham, AAA. We got a couple of appearances up here so far for the Rays.
Great story with the Sox a couple of years ago. Slater has struck out and flied out. Gently hit, charging that Durbin. He'll fire on the move, safe at first. And Slater on with an infield hit, barely making contact. And a bang bang play. And the Red Sox won't challenge it. So the leadoff man on.
Yeah, Durbin comes and gets this thing. It's a quick release, but just doesn't get much on this throw. I don't know what kind of grip he got on it, but catch, throw, just a little change up to first base. Not really, didn't get the grip. Sometimes you don't have that luxury. Got to get rid of it.
Caminero climbs in, 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. 14 home runs for Junior. Last year, 45 home runs. That's the second most ever by a player 21 or younger.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. 21 years old. He's physical. Look at this man. He's a grown-up. You shouldn't be 21, 22 and look like this.
No, you shouldn't.
It's a monster.
Totally. Unfair to the rest of us.
Yeah.
Slater with a decent lead at first. And Connolly with a 2-0. Runner goes. Swinging that one torched down the left field line. Headed toward that foul pole. And that's going to break foul. Down that left field line. A shot but foul. Noisy strike. 2-1.
Behind him 2-0. Breaking ball down and in. It's a good changeup today, right? The action's been a lot better than it was in Baltimore. He's down and away. So if you get this ground ball, you know he doesn't run well.
Sox bullpen is active too now. Runner was going on the last one. He's holding here. And a strike. And he wants to challenge that immediately, angrily.
Batter is challenging the strike ball.
Slapped himself hard upside the helmet.
Up.
It is a strike.
Oh, wow.
Call confirmed. Tampa Bay has 1 remaining.
Top of the zone, you never know. Remember, it's all based on your standing height.
So 2-2. Nobody out, 1 on. Guerrero and Canely throwing in the Red Sox pen. Pitch count a factor tonight, 86 to this point for Connolly.
Yeah, you want to be careful in the top of this order, but you look at that second inning when it was 6, 7, 8, 9. You look at that fourth inning when it was 7, 8, 9. There was a ton of pitches in that part of the order.
2-2 now. Not to be made, back in is Slater at first.
It's 2 disengagements. Remember, you can still go over there a third time. You just got to pick them off. If you don't, it's balk.
It's a bigger lead this time. He's running. Foul tip to the mid. Throw down is not going to get him. The strikeout of Caminero. A good job by Narvaez to grip that foul tip and throw down, but didn't get him.
The most important part in this play here is that right there, the swing and miss from Caminero. Now, he doesn't get really much on the throw. We're talking about the Rays. They only had 2 stolen bases this month. In the last 6 games, they got 2 hit tonight.
It's a big part of who they are. Caminero whiffs. So 1 out. Valade has not made an out. He has singled and stolen a base, also taken ball 4. Go ahead run in scoring position for Tampa Bay. Could very well be the last inning for Connolly early. 88 pitches. Guerrero threw one in New York yesterday, registered 103 miles an hour.
The righties up there. I think maybe Canley for that lefty Aranda on deck with that changeup.
0-1. Tried the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Connolly Early's pitching line presented by Ace Ticket. Ace Ticket with the best seats at the lowest prices. 89 pitches, 49 strikes.
4 walks. Tied a season high.
One's by him. Little 4-seamer at 94. 1-2. He has struck out 6. Slugger off the bag at second. And a little pop up to center. Oncoming Cedon. He makes the sliding play. Looked like he had it all the way. Makes the catch with the runner holding at second. No panic at all there.
No, ball goes up. You just expect it to be made. And I mean, this ball here, I guarantee, drops. With most center fielders in this game, and he comes in a little sliding smooth, a little style with it.
Did a little slip and slide there. If you're a certain age, you recall the slip and slide very fondly. There's Aranda. He's been doubled up and also struck out. And that's a cross for a strike. A couple of times tonight, Connolly has got himself into a bit of a jam. He's pitched his way out of it, including the bases loaded in the second inning. He walked the first 2 men in the third. Didn't allow any runs in either of those two.
Looking at it right here. 93 pitches, everything you got, right? Maybe last hitter. Maybe they give you one more, but you got to look at it. You got to get this guy to get through 5.
Aranda 0 for 2, a double play and a K, and that one gets by. The runner trying to move up and will into third base. He'll stop there. So Slater down to third.
Run a sinker in. Moved his feet, just now he wasn't able to get it. It was way in.
Wild pitch. Four pitches for the lefty. Aranda, good power. He's hit 11 home runs. Narvaez just now putting on a hard hat. Two down, 2 balls, 1 strike on Aranda. Connolly made a great pitch on him in the third inning for the double play. One stroke down the left field line. Foul, 2-2. Tampa Bay 4 hits. The Red Sox have just 1, and that's a home run by Marcelo Meyer. Yandy Diaz with a home run for Tampa Bay to start the game for them on the first pitch. Swing and through the hole for a base hit. That'll chase in Slater, and that'll put Tampa Bay in front 2-1. Aranda with a clean single, his 45th RBI. And Tracy out of the dugout.
That 4-seamer away. Remember, first at bat, they got him with the sweeper outer half. Last at bat, they got ahead. Conley got ahead of him. The little sinker in, got the ground ball. This time here, Aranda just stays on it and shoots that hole, and that's going to do it for Conley.
So Guerrero coming on to replace Connolly, who pitches into the 5th inning, but gives up a couple of runs. Now 2-1 Tampa Bay, and we'll have more in a moment. Time now for our forward and play pricing call to the bullpen. So the hard-throwing right-hander Guerrero will get Ben Williamson here with 2 down, a runner at first, and now Tampa Bay jumping in front 2-1.
Taking his 8th start, saw that appearance. Rather, saw that last one. He came in just throwing a 101, 102. By Jones with the Yankees, looking to get one out here with similar power stuff.
Williamson with a strikeout and a tapper to third against Connolly early. The walk certainly shortening up the outing here for Connolly as he walked 4 men to tie a season high. Also hit a batter. Fouled off.
Yeah, hit some good stuff. Got a ton of swing and miss. 14 swing and misses. That's a season high for Connolly early. But again, 4 2/3. We talked about some of these innings. A lot of deep counts. With the walks to Diaz, you don't mind, or Caminero, you don't mind, but a couple more in there.
He'll be fouled at home plate. Aranda, the base runner, just drove in a run with a single through the hole. Tampa Bay with 5 hits to the Red Sox 1.
Tip your hat to the bottom half of this order. We talk about the power at the top, but the bottom half, whether it's putting bunts down, stealing bags, today they really worked that count and got the pitch count up on early. Got him out of this game.
Sure did. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. Down he goes, strike 3. Boozer coming in, but Tampa Bay has the lead 2-1. Viva Tequila Seltzer, all natural, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, only 88 calories. Pick up Viva at Luke's Liquors locations throughout Cape Cod. And Narvaez will face the right-hander here, Legumina, and he'll get a pop-up into foul territory. Cortez, the catcher, up against the netting, but can't get to that.
They're going to leave Legumina in here with that sinker slider to face Narvaez. Boozer still up in that pen. You would think that's going to be for the Duran, who's maybe on deck.
Lefty continues to warm up. So it's Narvaez, Duran, and Rafaela. They get 4 innings out of their opener, Ian Seymour. So that can be done. 1 run, 1 hit. He was really good. Marcelo Meyer got him for a home run. That's been it for the Sox tonight in the hit column and the run column. Carlos has popped to the catcher, 0 for 1. Hot shot to third, gobbled up by Caminero. And the first man gone here in the 6th inning for the Sox. And here comes Cash. And he will make the move. So Boozer in to take on Duran. Will take the break here at the Trop, and the Rays have a 2-1 lead over the Sox in the 6th inning. Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Aura. Wish you could delete yourself from the internet? Try Aura today. Empowered by Salem 5. See what you can do with the power of 5 on your side. Make your move to Salem 5. Cam Boozer in his major league debut in 2024. How emotional that was. With everything that he had gone through, can't go through much more than that.
He went through an awful lot starting back in college. Tommy John broke his leg at Oregon State. Signed with the Twins, tore a labrum, broke a bone in his back. Hit by a car down in Florida.
And that's just a short list.
He just walked away from the game. 2017. Hit 31. All of a sudden threw a baseball and said, "You know what? It feels pretty good. Let's give this another shot in independent ball." I mean, it's just a great story. Easy guy to root for.
And here back in the big leagues with Tampa Bay, right by Duran, who struck out in the 1st and again in the 3rd, 0 for 2.
Power fastball, a little cutter in that mid-80s, high 80s range, and a sweeper to go with it in the low 80s.
Set on Rafael on deck, 2-1 Tampa Bay. Oh, 2.
This guy played for Butch Hobson independent ball. Remember seeing Butchie down in Florida and said, "By the way, if there's ever a bench clearing brawl, get behind Cam." I said, "Well, I'm in a safe seat up here, but I'll remember that."
It's a good tip. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 down. Loser just recalled on May 31st from AAA Durham.
It's that big sweeper. Only his 3rd appearance, but throwing the ball well for them. He's now 1 for 11 off him. Couple scoreless outings.
Cedon looking for that first knock tonight. He's grounded to 3rd and flying to right. Yeah, he's got another base hit the other way. He's been doing that a lot this season. He's 1 for 3 here tonight.
He just does this a lot more, like you said. Just sort of takes what you give him a little bit. He'll still go up there and take his chances and swing from his shoes, but most of the time it's just under control.
Yeah, that's been his season. Came in hitting .286. Now Wilyer Abreu has struck out each time tonight. He's 0 for 2. Fouls it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, he and Durant had a tough time here against these lefties. First it was Seymour, but Durant 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's got a couple himself.
Two down and the 0-1. Tried the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tampa Bay in a battle for first place with the New York Yankees. They are tied at the top of the division. Coming into play tonight. And back on his feet, Cedon.
In the offseason, they moved on from Cam. Cole was talking about wanting more power out of the bullpen, especially from the left side. One of the first things they did was moved on from Cam Boozer. They brought in Chapman, but you're still like, he does throw 97. If you want power, this is kind of your guy, but he's been moving around here recently.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw down to second, a tag, and it is going to be in time. And that will retire the side. The caught stealing of Cedon Rafaela. Last half of the 6th inning, 2-1 Tampa Bay. And Guerrero into his 2nd inning. And something loose on the warning track, so Cedon has to clean that up in center field. Baseball got free. Walls the leadoff man, then Fortes and Mullins. That's 7, 8, 9 for the Rays. They have out hit the Red Sox 5-2. The 2 quiet offenses. They do appeal, and that's a swing and a miss on Walls, who has struck out and flied out. Tampa Bay has had the better scoring opportunities by far tonight. They've left 7 men on base. The Red Sox only 1.
Meyer now too. What was it? Was it Durbin the other day? That's the look we're going for, right? You got a little something going on. Oh, yeah, IKF had it. That's right.
IKF did. Yep. Swing stroked into center field. Cedon backing up to make the catch very casually, and 1 down. Fortes will be next. Yeah, I wonder what that's all about. 2 guys in the last few days, all of a sudden bloody noses.
But it's like a pluck. You think maybe we got a little something different.
Fortes hit by a pitch, and he's also struck out.
That's where I like Guerrero too sometimes. You know, like pitch up in that area when, especially when you get 2 strikes, but he keeps pounding his own, which is a big thing for him. But when you get 2 strikes, bring that thing way up there, get that swing and miss. Well, he's just blown it by some dudes. I don't know how you hit that. It's 1-on-1 paint down and away.
Man, he's keeping the ball down like that. And on the edges of the plate. Again, 103 yesterday in New York. 0-2. They do appeal. No swing. Little chopper. That's trouble. Durbin will charge it, and he lost it. Cortez beats it out. Tampa Bay catcher with a base hit. Had a couple of those tonight, infield hits.
Just like Slater. The exact same thing. This one probably a little tougher play too, but you got a different runner, you got a better chance. It's a short hop though. That's the problem. The other one, now he's got to glove this, then get it to the bare hand. Unable to make it. It's going to go as a hit.
That is their 101st infield hit. That is by far the most in Major League Baseball.
Chandler Simpson's got a lot to do with that too. The speedster out of this lineup.
Cedric Mullins now, he bunted for a hit his first time up. He's also taken a walk. And he'll lay off the first. That's a strike. 1 on 1 out. 2-1 Tampa Bay in the 6th. Third baseman Durbin again in on the turf. They did replace the artificial surface when they had all of the damage by Hurricane Milton last October. Really shredded this roof. Damage in other parts of the ballpark too. Got a much brighter feel in this building. Certainly around batting practice earlier today.
Yeah, the lights too.
Yandy Diaz on deck. Cortez off the bag at first. And the 0-2. Bounced it. Good stop by Narvaez. Keep that man at first.
Always keep him on a scoring position. With the new LEDs, it's all over the place, right? In baseball, just brighter look to it.
This place really needed it.
Yeah, now at night, the roof, you know, not as bright. Maybe kind of old school, a little beige. Maybe tougher to see the ball.
Guerrero with a 1-2. Blew it right by him. 102 miles an hour to strike out Mullins.
Ugh.
And I mean, when that popped the mid, it reverberated all over the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like your eyes are waiting for it to kind of cross the plate and it's in his mitt, you know, and that's kind of like the hit at 102 is just a different level. You know, 98, 99, you see a lot of guys, but.
Well, here's Yandy, who has already cracked a home run tonight. It's a little bouncer to first base. Contreras corrals that. Back to the base for out number 3, so nothing comes of the infield hit. And a 6, 2-1 Tampa Bay. A tight one here at Tampa Bay. What else is new in this building? 2-1. The Rays have the lead, and Abreu will climb in here. Then Contreras and then Gasper against Cam Boozer. Meanwhile, Greg Weissert loosening up in the Red Sox pen. And a pop up down the line, racing out Caminero. Slater as well. Caminero will make the catch for the out. Quiet night for Willier. He's 0 for 3.
You know, we talk about all those games played. He's played an awful lot. He's played more games than anybody in this team. And the one thing with him, keeping that swing short and quick. Sometimes he gets tired legs and your swing gets long. I think that's kind of what you've been seeing from him lately.
Well, another bullpen changer. Kelly's going to come on in. Kevin Kelly to replace the lefty. We'll take the break too. 1 down in the Red Sox 7th. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Red Sox baseball on NESN, brought to you by Subaru of New England. Love is what makes Subaru Subaru. And by Plymouth Rock Auto and Home Insurance for Boston sports fans. Bases are empty and 1 man out in the top of the 7th inning. Back at the Trop. And this will be Kelly, the right-hander, to take on Wilson Contreras.
Yeah, this guy's been really, really good for them with that sinker. 92, good changeup, sweeper.
Oh, he's going to get drilled. Wilson will take his base on the very first pitch, hit by that pitch.
Just clip this inside that elbow. Yeah, that back elbow. A little more than that forearm. Stay away from that elbow. He's been good. As I mentioned, his last 20 games, got a 1.21 ERA, whip under 1 for Kelly.
Now Wilson hit by a pitch for the 11th time this year.
Get Mickey from the left side at least.
Jasper's popped up to first and struck out. Red Sox have the tying run aboard in the 7th. And he'll look at a strike.
Bottom of the zone. Maybe if you had 2 challenges and not 1, you may want to take a look at it.
This one's certainly in the hands of the bullpens as Contreras gets back in.
Okay, looking for a ground ball. It's what he does. Ground ball rate over 61%. That's 98th percentile.
Red Sox had Connolly early on the mound for 4 2/3. Got his pitch count up there because of 4 walks tonight before he departed. 1-1. Line shot and a base hit into center field. Contreras up to second and pulling up there. That was a bullet by Gasper. Red Sox have just their 3rd hit, but they have runners at first and second.
Yeah, just a different at bat from the left side from Mick. He gets a start. Mainly because you probably thought you're going to face a lefty only once. You end up getting 2 at bats off. I'm going to start out in New York against the lefty too, but it was. So you get some at bats from the right side, but getting back from that left side, it just looks different.
And now Caleb Durbin, who's drawn a walk and grounded out. Red Sox trying to tie this thing up at the Trop, and he fouls that one away. Good cut. 92 miles an hour. Durbin recently had an 8-game hitting streak.
This type of guy really going to work at what he's been trying to do. Get that sinker in the air. Keep it off the ground.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He's gotten so much better at it now the last 2 or 3 weeks. Getting underneath it. Just keeping line drives up the middle of the field. Other way.
Contreras at second. Gasper on at first. 1-1 from Kelly. Got a piece of that. 1-2. Kind of full effort to hit next. The best chance the Red Sox have had to score since the home run by Meyer in the 3rd inning. Way outside. Did have a base runner on the Rafaela single in the 6th inning, but he was caught stealing.
First time someone's been on second, isn't it?
And the 2-2 from the right-hander. And that is going to miss, and they're going to challenge it.
That's a good pitch.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
Cortez, who's been really good at this and really good at that, was an easy one.
Overturned.
Missed that by a lot. Home plate umpire Porter.
That's got to be one of those. If you're Alan Porter and you look up at the board and you're like, wow, how did I miss that?
What was I watching? So 2 down. Kind of Falefa trying to do something with this inning. He's lined out to left and been called out on strikes. And he will take strike 1.
Camp was really hot there. Last 16, still hitting .313, but now 0 for his last 12.
Contreras representing the tying run.
Kind of tells you how hot he's been to be 0 for your last 10 coming into this game and still hitting .313 over 16 games.
Couldn't have been any hotter.
He's hitting .500 for a while.
2 on 2 out. Kelly's 1-1 pitch. Fouled away.
He had that one at bat. First at bat of the game. That line drive to left center. I mean, Slater was like, seemed like he was playing in left center. Off the bat, it looked like it was a gap shot, possibly scoring a guy, but right underneath that thing rather easily. Still shading the left center a little bit.
Hit that ball very hard. 1-2 pitch. Way outside, and it gets by the catcher Cortez. Both runners will advance to second and third. Contreras and Gasper move up on a wild one from Kelly.
This is that changeup. Threw one earlier too to Durbin and kind of really yanked it as well. Just kind of feel like he's going to put that in his back pocket here the rest of this at bat. Stick to that little slider and sinker.
There are wild pitches, and then there's that. 2-2 on Kiner-Falefa. And that'll miss as well, and the count goes to 3-2. Marcelo is on deck. Meyer responsible for the lone Red Sox run to this point. And a 3-2 from the righty. Got a piece of it. Top half of the seventh. Red Sox with a chance here with 2 down. Base hit could mean 2. And put the Sox in front. Payoff pitch to Kiner-Falefa. And a weak ground ball. Caminero will glove it, fire, and get him. Got to it quickly to retire the side. Red Sox with an opportunity, but they're going to strand a couple. Tampa Bay with a 2-1 lead, and Greg Weisser coming up to the bottom of the seventh. A clean inning for the righty.
Yeah, it's been a big difference for him. Making his 27th appearance. You see the numbers.
Palacios the pinch hitter, and he'll look at a strike.
We know kind of the inherited runner numbers on him right now, but when you give him a clean inning, he's just a different guy. And guys coming in on base, it's whether it's in his head, unable to execute, whatever it is.
Palacios lays off. 240 hitter with 1 home run. And then Caminero, and then Valade. And Weissert home with a 1-1 and foul back.
This is what I'm talking about. Look at runners on. Look at the ERA and opponent batting average and OPS. Bases empty. Similar at bats. .69 ERA. Just a different guy. Give him some clean innings for a while. Build him up that confidence before you get him back into that inherited role.
Looking to put away Palacios here, the pinch hitter, and off the plate. Caminero next. Tampa Bay, a cold team coming in. They've lost 10 out of 13. And a foul ball at home plate.
Look at tarps off. Of course, indoors you can control environment.
No tarps here anyway. And a 2-2 pitch on the way. Palacios will foul tip that one into the mitt and held on by Narvaez for the K. 1 gone. And Caminero about to dig in. CVS is proud to be a part of Red Sox Nation and all the communities we call home, delivering trusted care, everyday essentials, and support that goes beyond the prescription. Learn more at CVS.com. Junior tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. Pretty quiet by his standards, as he will take ball 1.
Pitch. And now it changes a little bit, right? You got 1 left. You're trailing 2-1. You maybe want to keep it for the offensive side.
1-0. That's across for a strike, and 1-1 to count. And Coulombe getting loose in the Red Sox pen. One and one on a dangerous Junior Caminero. 14 home runs. 2-1. First 2 here are nighttime starts at 6:40, including tomorrow night Peyton Tolley against Nick Martinez, then 1:10 on Wednesday. That'll wrap up the road trip. The count goes to 3-1. Nobody aboard, and a 3-1 pitch from Greg Weissert. And fouled off the end of the bat, off into the stands down the right field line. 3-2. Tampa Bay struck first in the first inning. Diaz with a home run. Red Sox got their run in the third, and a home run by Marcelo Meyer. 3-2, chopped up the middle, and that'll kick off into center field for a base hit. So Caminero is on with one away. His first hit tonight.
Yeah, I don't mind that one bit. That guy steps up to the plate, hit 45 last year. It's either ball 4 or give me a little single chopper up the middle. You'll take it. Not a stolen base threat.
So Bailey heading out. And got to get a pinch hitter up here. It's going to be Mesa Jr. And he will hit for Valade. Victor Mesa Jr. just snapped an 0 for 15 on Saturday against Miami.
Been up here now for a couple of weeks. Did pretty well down in the Durham Bulls.
And down there, he had a 16-game hitting streak. Cut on and missed. Challenged him right away at 95. Base hit by Caminero was their 7th hit. Red Sox have been held to 3. And time granted by Alan Porter, the home plate umpire. They had the bases loaded in the second inning with 2 down, but Connolly early got a fly ball to escape that damage. This thing could have gotten sideways in a hurry.
He did a nice job. I mean, the stuff Joe played, a ton of swing and miss. He just wasted a lot of pitches, especially this bottom third of the order. Pitch count got up there.
1-1 to Mesa, and that is outside.
That's the one thing we saw with Connolly early on. There was a few 4 2/3, 4 1/3, but it was always 1 run. You know what I mean? It wasn't that 4 or 5 runs in 4 innings. Put yourself in a hole, kept you in the game. Just not efficient.
Missed there to go to 3-1 on Mesa Jr., the pinch hitter. Jonathan Aranda on deck. So Weissert trying to battle back here against the pinch batter, and the 3-1. Down low, and he walked him. That'll put runners at first and second. And it'll be Tracy coming out. He's got Coulombe ready. They'll make the call right here with Aranda set to hit. He has 45 RBIs. We'll take the break as well. Red Sox go back to the bullpen for the left-hander. Time now for our board employee pricing call to the bullpen. The left-hander Danny Coulombe, and he will inherit runners at first and second. And the speed merchant Simpson will take over as the runner for Caminero at second.
And now you really got to be careful. He's got 14 bags on the year. You got 1 out, first and second. Double play is in order, but he's obviously looking there, pinch running for an opportunity to possibly get third base if he can. You got Mesa over there at first. He can run as well. It's one of those, if you're Narvaez and Simpson has him, maybe you go backside to get Mesa if he tries to steal. But you got dangerous hitter Coulombe. You got to worry about this first.
At least they do lose their #1 home run guy, Caminero. But here's Aranda. He is 1 for 3. He's hit 11 home runs, driven in a run already tonight with a base hit. may be a sign he's coming out of a slump. First and second.
Coulomb did a nice job the other night at Yankee Stadium coming in the 8th. Had an inherited runner, got Grisham, and struck out Rice to end that inning.
It was on Friday and the Red Sox win. He whirls, does not throw. Simpson, one of the fastest guys in the majors. Mesa Jr., the pinch hitter, just took ball 4. Aranda's hit into a double play tonight already once. He'll flare that one into left field. A play for Duran. He'll make the catch. Simpson will not attempt to go to third as the throw comes in. And 2 down. Now we'll bring up Ben Williamson, a right-hand hitter, who has gone 0 for 3.
That's a big out. Even if Simpson feels like stealing this bag, it still can't score unless he gets a hit.
Williamson has struck out 2 times. He's also grounded to third. He has yet to hit a home run. First and second. I think we've lost count how many times the Red Sox and the Rays have played a game like this in this ballpark over the years. Coming right down to the wire. Jumps back, and that's in tight. 2-0. Low scoring, low hit game. Each side with a solo home run as part of the scoring. Swinging a high fly ball into left field, but there's Duran underneath. He is there to make the catch and retire the side. 2 left. Now time for a look at our strong play game presented by New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
That was the one run the Red Sox have on the board, and it was Marcelo Meyer, home run off Seymour. 401. The home run off a lefty. But he's not going to get an opportunity off this lefty. Clevenger, a little different animal. Power sinker, he can run in on guys.
Monasterio to hit for him here as we go to the 8th inning in a tight one. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Clevenger, the left-hander, out of the pen, and he'll deliver ball 1.
Yeah, he'll go sinker slider here, mainly to righties. Keeps that sweeper in his pocket. He'll show that to lefties, but it's 95.
Off the mitt, back to the backstop. So a number of defensive changes. Give you a look at Simpson staying into play left, Mesa Jr. in right. Palacios take it over at second. Williamson moving from second base over to third. A wave and a miss there by Monasterio. Narvaez on deck, and on top of the order, Jarren Duran. And Clevenger with a 2-1. 2-2. Under a 255. Pair of home runs.
It's a big home run out in New York. Solo shot, just turned on 97, down and in.
Also had a pinch hit single in the 7th inning yesterday in the Bronx. Lefty with a 2-2. Yeah, they're going to challenge this one on the ball.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
Should be close. Looked like it might have been stayed away. Nope.
Going to be strike 3.
Ball's overturned. Tampa has 1 remaining.
I believe he's 4 for 4 here today.
Yeah, he's really good back there.
Well, the third one he challenged was down the middle. I don't know how Porter missed it, but 4 for 4 here today. Now 32 challenges correct. It's a big day from the catcher.
Carlos tonight 0 for 2. He's popped up and grounded out. And for more on Narvaez, we toss it down to Jemai Webster.
Well, OB, we mentioned at the top of the telecast now how this is Carlos Narvaez's first start behind the plate since last Thursday. He's obviously a guy who played his way into the starting catcher role for the Red Sox. 111 games last year. Chad Tracy was asked recently how he's managing the playing time of his 3 catchers. He said it was very tricky, a situation he looks at every day when he thinks of and he formulates his lineups. He feels as if he's got 3 capable backstops, but it's not easy. It's a daily thing, but it's mostly offensively driven. Who's giving him the most in the batter's box on a nightly basis?
Take ball 3. Did they talk through that?
Yeah, I think they did. They talked earlier and kind of straightened everything out here, but yeah, it's, you know, you chase offense sometimes, and Mickey's done a good job with the pitchers. You're not really knowing some of these guys.
3-0 and taking all the way a strike.
Just Nari is defensively one of the better catchers in the game. You know, ideally, get the offense going a little bit. You can rely more on the defense behind the plate, the blocking, the framing, the throwing.
He also talked about he felt like last year he'd become a leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, that was the comment I had heard. It was Jen McCaffrey, the Athletic. I was a leader last year. At least I was last year, he said.
Right. 3-1. Couldn't hold up. 3-2. And I'd say that was very true.
Well, even though he was a rookie, he was a leader. That comes with that position. 3-0 slider, 3-1 slider here in Narvaez.
And payoff pitch from the lefty. Ground ball at short. It'll be Walls to scoop and fire. 2 down. Go back to that Carlos Narvaez quote. I'm a team player. I'm a leader of this team, or at least that was the case last year. In my mind, that hasn't changed. No one is telling me anything. If something changed, clearly something changed, but I don't know. Just be ready for the opportunity, and that's it.
Yeah, they straightened some things out today. He's back in there today. It's hard. The bat isn't going, but he hasn't really been playing a lot. It's tough to get the bat going.
He is a guy that other players lean on. That's going to be a swing and a miss for Duran. Long night for Jaron so far. I'd love to change that right now. He has struck out all 3 times. Red Sox only have 3 hits. And the 0-1. And popped up this time. On the infield. Walls coming in to shortstop. And the Red Sox go very quietly in the 8th inning. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Defensively, the Red Sox have Connor Falefa now at short, Monasterio at second. And we're underway here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Taylor Walls tonight 0 for 3. Left-hander Coulomb staying on to pitch. In front of 14,579. For the Trop, not a bad crowd. Tampa Bay, first place team, trying to hang on to that.
His job right now is just keep this game where it is. You got Baker down there throwing the ball well for the Rays, but you want to keep this a 1-run game right here, falling behind 3-0.
I walked him on 4 straight. Guy who was hitting 200. So he puts him on here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Statcast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
That's how the game started. Very first pitch of the game from Conley early. Yandy Diaz took a fastball in off the plate. 390 to left to get the Rays on the board, up 1-0. Not a lot of offense here.
Now this is going to be an injury visit as Tracy comes out along with a trainer to check on Coulomb. Nobody warming up in the Red Sox pen. And checking on him. That's the reason the umpire Porter came out, to make sure that's what they talk about. Give me a look at that last pitch if he can pick anything up.
Well, he was on the IL for a little bit with that neck, and actually there he's shaking out that arm.
Told him with the thumbs up he was okay when they were coming out, but they chatted with him, and he's not going to need a warm-up toss here. He puts on Walls.
Most likely probably get something in that bullpen no matter what, I would think.
Fortes climbs in. He has a base hit tonight, 1 for 2, and he's been hit by a pitch. 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors for Tampa Bay. A run on 3 hits, no errors for the Sox. First of a 3-game series here. Walls getting his lead.
Walls does have 7 bags. Caught stealing a couple times. This is where, you know, the Rays, they do their thing, right? They try to add 1 more, make it a 3-1 game. Whether it's a bag or a bunt, move a runner.
Nobody out in the 1-1. Inside, nearly got him. He's already been hit once tonight. And one grazed his pant leg back in the 2nd inning. And the left-hander's 2-1 pitch. Runner goes. Here's the throw down. It skips and it's off into center field. He's going to hug the base and stay right there. Their 3rd stolen base tonight, and this could be a very big one.
A couple of lefties going first move, break a ball down and in, tough pitch to throw on. Who's going to be in there anyway? More importantly, 3-1 count here to lead off. Dan did such a good job coming up and cleaning up that 7th inning, but unable to find the strike zone here. 8 pitches, only 1 strike.
A good count for Fortes. Showing a bunt and fouls it away on a 3-1 pitch.
He's playing for that 1 run. Mullins, the lefty, on deck.
Well, this is Tampa Bay baseball. They bunt a lot. They steal a lot. Get a lot of movement on the bases. Here comes the 3-2. Swing and a little pop up down the right field line. That's going to drift out of play. And they'll do it again on 3-2. Giant run in a game like this, standing on top of second base with nobody out. Gamboa and also Aroldis Chapman in the Sox pen. With a man at second, the count's 3-2. And a little chopper back to a play at third. No, he's going to look and now fire to first base and get the out there. And Walls will advance to third base with 1 away. So they do get that man 90 feet from the plate. Red Sox will bring in the infield.
Yeah, lefty on lefty. See Contreras way in. This has got bunt written all over it. You've seen the safety squeeze. You've seen this team do it many times. You got speed at third. Tough play to defend. Corners. Look at this infield. Way in.
Boy, they're right in Mullins' kitchen. Fake toss and scurrying back into third base. Walls on ball 1. Mullins has already dropped down a bunt for a hit. He's also walked and struck out tonight. 1 away. And it's 2-0. And Yandy Diaz on deck, the #1 hitter in the American League. And a former batting champ. 2-0 pitch. He comes up empty on that cut, 2-1.
That's the pitch you got to worry about here too. 2-1. 2-0. He let him swing away. Left on left. Cedric not exactly swinging here lately.
Now came in hitting 182. Runner at third. 1 away. 2-1 game. And the 2-1 pitch to Cedric Mullins. He'll swing and pop it up into foul ground. Durbin racing over, but he's going to run out of real estate. 2-2. When we go to the 9th inning, the Red Sox have due up Rafaela, Abreu, and Contreras.
Be their closer, the righty Baker.
Walls leading off third, the 2-2. He left that one down. Narvaez jumped up, looking for a play at third, maybe. 3-2. So a full count on the veteran Mullins. And he's going to take ball 4. That'll put him on the corners. Second walk in the inning by Coulomb. But more importantly, Yandy Diaz coming up to hit. Started the night hitting .325. Here comes Tracy again.
You got to be really careful, you know, with a guy like Cedric Mullins who hasn't been swinging. It got him 2-2, and you're like, okay, now you got a shot, a couple of pitches, and couldn't finish him off. Now you go from trying to keep one run from scoring to be worried about a really big inning and a crooked number.
Now the Gamboa coming on. So the move has been made. Red Sox will bring on a new relief pitcher. 2-1 game, and we'll have more in just a moment. The official hospital of the Red Sox is Israel Deaconess Medical Center, advancing medicine with breakthroughs in research, nationally ranked specialty care, and innovative treatments. You can learn more at bidmc.org. So Alec Gamboa, just promoted from AAA Worcester on Saturday, inherits first and third, and one down, and takes on the top hitter in the American League, who fouls it away. He's already hit a home run tonight.
Saw him earlier in the year, threw a scoreless inning, struck out a couple of guys. That fastball 95, good little slider at 88 you just saw there, and a little funkiness from him too, coming from that windup, a little drop back in his delivery, a little deception. Big ask here.
First and third for Tampa Bay. Downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Taylor Walls walked to begin the inning. Cedric Mullins just took ball 4. Mullins with 10 stolen bases, the man at first. One and one on Diaz. He jumps on that, shot out to left center field deep. Cedar with a long run, pulls up to make the catch on the running track. Walls will tag up. He is in to score easily to make it 3-1. Second RBI tonight for Yandy Diaz. Sac fly and the RBI to make it 3-1.
So that leadoff walk here in that 8th inning to a guy like Taylor Walls, right? 200 hitter, really comes back to bite you. It's that slider down and in. Does a good job getting underneath it. Hits it well to center field, but does the job. Stays away from the ground ball double play. Nice job by Cedar to go back and get it.
Palacios the batter, 2 down, a giant run. Could not hold up a swing and a miss, strike 1. Palacios 1 at bat tonight. He struck out coming off the bench in the 7th. And the 0-1 pitch from the left-hander. Going to challenge it.
Catcher is challenging the ball call.
I don't know if this is an obvious one. You're down 2 runs here going into the bottom of the 9th, but
yep, it is a strike right at the bottom.
Has 1 remaining.
You take it anytime you get it right.
So the count 0-2.
I just want to keep that last challenge for this 9th inning.
I hear you.
Saw what happened out in Cleveland.
Oof. Badly that the Guardians still want that back.
It hurt them.
And to dive back in safely by Mullins. Always a threat to run. 3 runs on 7 hits for Tampa Bay. 1 run, only 3 hits for the Red Sox. Neither side with an error tonight. Two down. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. But Tampa Bay puts up a big run. They lead it 3-1 at the end of 8. Time for our game summary presented by Sullivan Tire, official tire and auto service of the Boston Red Sox. Pretty early exit for Connolly tonight. 4 2/3. The walks got him. Marcelo Meyer with a home run. That represents the only Red Sox run tonight. Andy Diaz just drove in his second run with a long sac fly.
3 hits. He had a runner reach second base, I think, once in this ball game.
Cedon with a base hit. He tried to get to second after that. He was caught stealing. Baker coming out of their bullpen. He's been awfully tough as of late. Opponents are 2 for their last 20 over 6 games off him.
Yeah, pretty much a 2-pitch guy. Fastball, changeup. So 4-seamer sits there at 97. Got a lot of life to it. Rides up in that zone.
Rafaela, Abreu, Contreras. If anybody reaches Mickey Gasper. And a 1-1 pitch to Cedon. That'll be in there for strike. And a lanky righty with a 1-2. Fouled away. Game 2 tomorrow night. It's a Peyton Tolley start at 6:40. Facing right-hander Nick Martinez. Red Sox will have to face right-hander Drew Rasmussen on Wednesday in the finale here Wednesday afternoon. And a foul ball. Cortez went lunging for it, but couldn't get to it. 1-2. And Baker ready. Here comes the 1-2 on the way to Cedon Rafaela. Hot chop at third. Fair ball. Williamson over and got him at first. First base umpire Ortiz taking a long look at that play. Cedon not too sure, but he is going to be out. 1 down.
Yeah, Williamson in this game. Remember Caminero coming out. He's got a really good arm. Gets it just in time. Cedon getting down that line.
So 1 away in the ninth for Wilyer Abreu, who has gone 0 for 3, 2 Ks and a pop-up. Fouls it away for strike 1.
Hey, you're looking for a late comeback, right? You just don't see it. Well, the team's 0-30 when they're trailing in the ninth. 0-33 going into the ninth inning. 1-30 when you trail after 7.
Ground ball through for a base hit. So Wilyer is aboard with a single. And a pulse here for the Sox with 1 down in the ninth.
Get the right guy up here if you're looking for a little bit of life, a juice from somebody to kind of rescue the team offensively in a night like this. 4th hit of the game.
The right man at the plate, Wilson Contreras, who's hit by a pitch in the 7th inning to keep his on base streak alive and run that to 19 straight. 11th time this year he's been hit. That one really bit the catcher. That one got Fortes at foul ball for strike 1. And just in case, Aroldis is up in the pen.
Well, you're a swing away from getting him in this game, so just kind of getting loose for now.
Mickey Gasper on deck. Wilson along with the hit by pitch is flied to right and popped up to third. He's hit a couple of very hard foul balls tonight. That one's hit foul down the line. 0-2.
Taking your shots, right? If you're Wilson, take a shot in the first one. It's a changeup. Comes back with that 98.
Abreu leading at first. 3-1 Tampa Bay in the ninth. And Baker's 0-2 to Wilson. Swing and a foul tip to the mitt to strike him out. He did take a shot. Trying to hit it 450, but he strikes out. 2 gone.
Well, when you talk about not all strikeouts are the same, to be honest with you, this is not the time for I want him to kind of stay on and drive it the other way. I get it, but he's your home run threat. You know, I want him to take 3 cuts at it. He did. He just didn't get the pitch to do it with.
So Red Sox down to their last man. It's Mickey Gasper, who does have a hit tonight. Has a base hit. That was in the 7th. He'll ground this one right to Palacios. That should do it. And the ball game ends right there. 3-1 Tampa Bay taking game number 1. The Red Sox just didn't hit once again. Got that early home run from Marcelo Meyer. It's the only run they got. That was way back in the 3rd inning.
Well, Conley was okay in this one, but not efficient at all. He had good stuff, had some swing and miss to his game, but just too many pitches early on. Couldn't get deep into it. The story of the game is the offense. You know, you got 1 home run, a solo shot. You got 4 hits. That's a good pitching on the other side. You knew you'd see good pitching on this road trip. You got to come out tomorrow and try to find a way to put up 3, 4, 5, 6 runs.
Red Sox held to 4 hits. They dropped to 27 and 37. Stay tuned for WB Mason Extra Innings Live. TC and Lenny break it all down. Plus, you'll hear from Chad Tracy and Connolly early. That and more coming up after the break.